Hi, friends. My name is Story, pronouns she, her, and I'm excited to be here today with you for this virtual experience of a 20-minute grounding flow. So, a lot of, well, mostly all of our activity, we're going to be staying pretty close to the earth, close to the mat here, to become more aware of this grounding space that's holding us up and supporting us. So, the majority of our practice, we're really going to be aware of this foundation, this earth beneath us, and we're going to stay pretty close to it. At any point in any practice, if you take your eyesight, your gaze down towards the earth in a shape or in a pose, that can help to elevate the sense of grounding in your practice. And the opposite side, the flip side of that, is that anytime that you're feeling like you need a little bit of uplifting or you need to feel lightened and maybe more airy, you can send your gaze, your eyesight, towards the sky, the heavens. So in our practice, please listen to your body, honor the needs that you have for your practice and for our time together today. But we'll go ahead and get started in a comfortable seat. So whether you have a bolster, a blanket, maybe a block underneath your hips to create a little lift, little elevation for a little more comfort, find your way to an easy seated position that you can sustain for a little while. We'll begin with breathing here. Soften the gaze, turn the gaze down towards the earth, maybe unfocus the eyes, or close them if that feels good and safe. Send your awareness to your breath. No need to modify or change the breath. Know that it will alter slightly from us attending to it. And see if you can release the effort, the strain from the breath over the next few breath cycles here. Begin to deepen the breath, a little more effort, a little more energy. On the inhale, feel the breath fill the body. Maybe it fills the chest and then the belly. Maybe it fills the belly and then the chest. Wherever it is, send more effort there. If your breath is primarily in the chest, really work to see if you can bring belly breathing online, if you can allow the breath to reach down deeper, closer to the earth, into the belly. On each exhale, slight mild engagement of the pelvic floor muscles to begin the exhale process. Draw the navel back towards the spine. Constrict this internal space to express the air out with a little more effort, a little more work. Notice the quality of your breath. Is there anything that stands out? Anything you can notice and observe? The effort here is really to be more present, more aware in this breath, this inhale or exhale, to really release what might be going on in your thoughts or in the outside world, and anchor yourself to the sensations of this moment. Everything else will be there when you're ready for it. Allow this time to be when you turn towards your breath, that friend who will always welcome your attention and be in service to you. Just a couple more breaths here. Attentive, firm awareness with the breath. Release the effort around the breath. Come back to an easy, natural breath cycle for you, for your body, for this moment. Gently flutter open the gaze. Lift the gaze if that feels comfortable. Bring both hands to the heart space. Layer one palm on top of the other. And check in with yourself how you've arrived to this moment, what you've brought with you, and where you'd like to focus for the next few moments through this moving practice. Create the intention. With that intention at the forefront of your mind, bring the hands to prayer in front of the heart space. Palms press, sternum gently lifts towards the thumbs. Activate the back body. Send the shoulder blades a little closer towards the spine. Engage navel towards the spine. Reach the crown nice and tall. Inhale, fill up with breath. Exhale, let it go. One more like that. Big inhale, fill up. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale, fill up. Seal the lips. Exhale through the nose. Inhale, circle sweep the arms, reach up overhead. Keep the fingertips reaching nice and high. Drop the shoulders down the back. Create a little more space between the biceps and the ears. And then see if you can take the biceps back in line with the ears if they're in front of them. So breathe here, reach the fingertips nice and high, drop the shoulders down the back, engage the belly, navel towards the spine. Inhale, reach up, look up if that's okay with your neck. On your exhale, unite the palms, hands to heart center. Inhale, circle sweep, reach up, unite the palms, exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, circle sweep, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Changing. Inhale, cactus arms, 90-degree bend in the elbows. Hug the shoulder blades in towards the spine, open through the heart space here. Send the awareness down into your sit bones and the contact with the earth. Root firmly through any outside edge of a shin or a foot. Notice that contact, that pressure. Get heavy there. Then lift your heart. Maybe lift the gaze. Hug the shoulder blades in towards the spine. Big inhale, fill up. Press the palms together in front of the heart space, Anjali Mudra on the exhale. Inhale, cactus goalpost arms, open the heart space, squeeze the back. Exhale, press the palms, close. Inhale, open the heart, activate the back body. Exhale, press the palms, close. Stay here, inhale. And exhale. Release the hands, go ahead and shake that out. Bring the hands to any comfortable position on the thighs. Inhale and exhale. Maybe switch the cross of the legs if you have crossed legs and you like a little sensation shift, or stay exactly as you are. We're going to take a few seated cat-cow shapes here. So grab onto the tops of the knees if you have them, or the inner thighs just above the knee. And then it's a soft grab. So go ahead and grab onto those knees. On your inhale, send the sternum forward, open through the heart, press the heart, the sternum forward, drag the shoulder blades back together, hug the shoulder blades in on the spine, maybe lift the gaze if that's okay. And on your exhale, drop the gaze towards the earth, allow the shoulders to come forward. Send the sternum and the navel back towards the spine. So we're scooping out this belly space here. Inhale, come forward, heart, sternum, drag forward, shoulders reach back, lift the gaze. Exhale, drop the gaze, bring the navel and the sternum back towards the spine, press back, allow the shoulders to round forward. Inhale, seated cow, lift the gaze. Exhale, seated cat, navel and sternum back towards the spine. Inhale, send the heart, the sternum forward, lift the gaze, draw the shoulders back. Exhale, cat. Couple more here. Inhale, seated cow. Exhale, cat. Last one. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. So changing here, and I'll mirror you. On your inhale, reach the chest, the sternum over towards the right knee. Then come through center, find that cow position, sternum and heart forward, start to lift the gaze. Take it over to the left knee, and then reach back, completing a circular shape. So that sternum and navel go back, we scoop out this belly space. Inhale brings you forward over the right knee, through the center over to the left. Exhale, navel and sternum back towards the spine. Complete the circle. Inhale, forward over the right knee, through the center to the left. Exhale to the back. Go ahead and breathe here with your breath cycle, moving in this circular shape. Heart draws forward over the right, through the center, over the left, to the back. One more like this, over the right, through the center, to the left, and back. Pause, change directions. Send the heart to the left, forward, through center, over the right, and back. Slow to begin. Inhale brings the heart forward, over the left, through the center, to the right, and back. Inhale, forward over the left, through center, to the right, and back. Inhale, forward over the left, through center, right, and back. Two more here. Use your breath, create your circular shape, all the while staying present and aware of these contact points with the earth. Pause at the end of your cat, scoop out that belly. And then inhale, come forward, seated cow. Lift the heart, lift the gaze, draw the shoulders back. Slowly release, find your way to tabletop pose. All four hands and knees on the mat. Clear your space of your props if you have them. On your exhale, give a little weight to the tops of the feet. Press the mat away. Inhale. And exhale, engage the belly. Inhale. Spread the knees wide, big toes to touch. Exhale, sink the hips back towards the heels. Reach the hands out nice and long. The forehead can surrender down towards the earth. Maybe come onto a block or stacked fists here. If the earth is too far away, you can bring it closer to you with props. You can layer blocks and bolsters, pillows on top to create a space for yourself to lower down to give your weight, your body to the earth. Breathe here. Use your next inhale, lift up just a little bit. Reach the hands over to the right side of the mat. Root down heavy through the hips. See if you can crawl the left fingers out a little past the right. Sink that left hip down and back. Send the awareness to the left side body space. Open that space with breath big. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, sink, surrender down. We'll be here for 2 more breaths. Revisit that intention that you set for yourself. Use your next inhale to lift yourself up. Crawl the hands over to the left side of the mat. Root heavy through the right hip. Sink the hips back and down. Crawl the right fingertips out a little long past the left. Re-root through that right hip. Big breath into that right side body. Sink and surrender down on the exhale. 2 more breaths here. Use the inhale to think about opening and expanding in the body in tight spaces. On your next inhale, lift up a little, bring the hands back through center, press back, wide knee, child's pose. Sink the hips. Reach the forehead towards the mat. Roll the forehead right to left. Maybe it's in contact with a block or a pillow. Just physically remind yourself to release the tension in the brow. Inhale, lift up, tabletop pose. In your tabletop pose, we want to be active in the front and the back body. Press the tops of the feet into the floor to activate through the legs, to take a little weight out of the knees, and to start to turn on this low front belly space. Then press the mat away with the hands to really activate and bring awareness into the back body, the upper body itself. Inhale here. Release any tension that you might have in the neck on the exhale. Step the right foot forward to find a 90-90 knee bend. So that right foot comes forward. Hands can stay here on the floor or come up on the hips. The work here is to square the hips. So hug that right hip crease back and drive that left hip forward. Hands can also be on blocks here to make this a little bit more accessible. And you can always fold your mat over for a little extra padding under that knee if that feels more supportive, more sustainable for you. Once you have that square hip sensation, root really firmly down through that right foot. Energetically drag that right foot back on the mat. Think about the top of the left foot and the knee reaching and dragging forward. Notice how that changes the awareness in the legs, the energy there. From here, bring the hands up to the hips. Then inhale, lift the heart, lift the gaze. Squeeze this left glute, big inhale. On your exhale, send the hips down and forward just a little bit. Inhale, lift back up from that neutral position. Exhale, sink the hips down and forward. Inhale, come back to your neutral. Stay present in this left glute. Exhale, sink down and forward. Stay here. So we'll be here for a couple more breaths if you need to insert any padding underneath that left knee. From here with the square hips, both legs are reaching for each other. That right foot is plugged into the earth and dragging back. The left knee is reaching forward. Both legs are hugging in on the midline. And from there, we're going to activate that pelvic floor, then engage the front low belly core to protect this low back space. With that activation, we're going to inhale, lift the heart, hug the shoulder blades in on the spine, release the hands out to either side. Palms face forward, spiral the thumbs out and away from the midline of the body. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, lift back up to that neutral position, come out of that hip sink. Bring the hands down to the earth, step the right foot back to meet the left. Right knee is on the earth, tabletop position. Go ahead and take a shift side to side, right to left here. And bring the left foot forward. Find that 90-90 knee bend with the left foot forward this time. So find that left foot forward and care about the foundation here. Plug that left foot down into the earth, energetically drag it back. Press the top of the right foot to the mat. Right foot and right knee are energetically reaching forward. Both legs hug the midline. Bring the hands up to the hips. Inhale, lift the heart, lift the gaze. Beautiful. Activate that right glute here. That may start to bring on the sensation in your right front hip flexor. Breathe here. Inhale and exhale. Both legs are hugging in. On your exhale, sink the hips down and forward. Stay active in this right glute. Inhale, come back to neutral. Lift the hips. Exhale, sink the hips down and forward. Inhale, lift back to your neutral position. Exhale, sink the hips down and forward. Stay here. Check in with that hip placement. See if you need to drive that right hip forward. Hug the left hip crease back. From here, nice big inhale. Engage the pelvic floor, the belly on the exhale. Inhale, open, lift the heart. Exhale, reach the hands out to the side. Palms face forward. Spiral the thumbs away from the midline of the body. Breathe here. Inhale. And exhale. Don't let go of the legs. Notice the support, the points of contact with the earth. Don't forget about the breath. Notice the breath be in your breath. Last breath here, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift the hips back to that neutral position. Bring the hands down to the earth. Step the left foot back. And again, bring that right foot forward. Find that 90-90 knee bend with the right foot forward. Plant firmly down, create that strong foundation. Oppositional energetic engagement. Square the hips, hands to hips. Inhale, lift the heart. Engage the left glute. Exhale, sink the hips down and forward. If you have blocks, they're going to be awesome for this next shape. Create something that can support you. So whether they're sturdy books, they're big mason jars full of food, whatever works for you. Lift the heart, engage that belly, sink the hips down and forward. Then inhale, lift up to that neutral position. Shift the hips back towards the heels, right leg straightens, toes reach up for the sky. Lift the right kneecap towards the right hip to engage that right quad. Stay open in the heart space. Inhale. Engage the belly, navel towards the spine. Send the sternum forward towards the toes on your exhale. Ooh, check in with your sensation. No pain. So opportunity to practice discernment here on the mat that you can carry with you into your life off the mat. Check in with what you need for this shape. Maybe on each exhale, you'd like to hinge a little deeper. We'll be here for 2 more breaths. Use your inhale, bend the forward knee, lift up to that neutral position with the hips, and then go ahead and release the hands down to the mat. Step the right foot back and reach the left foot forward. Find that 90-90 knee bend, sit up with the left foot forward, plant down firmly, find your foundation, engage the legs, engage the belly, hands to hips. Inhale, lift the heart. Find that activation, protect the low back. Nice big inhale, activate that right glute. Exhale, sink the hips down and forward. Inhale, lift up to that neutral position. Hands to blocks, shift the weight back, hips towards the heels, left toes reach for the sky. Activate the left quad, lift that kneecap. On the exhale, engage the belly, reach the sternum forward for the toes to find your hinge. Breathe here. Continue to seek that square hip positioning, drag that left hip back. One strong line of energy from that left heel, planted, grounded firmly through that left hip. Beware of the foundation, stay present in the breath. On your inhale, bend the forward knee, lift up to that neutral position. And exhale, reach the hands down to the mat, step the left foot down and back. Wide knee, child's pose, big toes to touch. Sink the hips back towards the heels. Reach the hands out, nice and long, forehead down towards the earth. Inhale, lift up, tabletop pose. Exhale, belly down, Shavasana. We'll end class on our belly for today. So we're going to shift the weight forward, gently lower, bring the belly down onto the mat. Extend the legs out nice and long behind you. And you can pillow the hands one on top of the other. Release the forehead down. You can also, if it's comfortable, bring either ear to the mat and release the arms to either side. Notice this connection that your front body space has with the earth, this protection for all of your delicate organs on the front side of your body. Protected, surrendered to the earth. Over the next few breaths, work to lengthen and extend the exhale just a little bit longer. As you're ready, gently find your way to a fetal position on either side, right or left, knees towards the belly and the chest. Move mindfully with intention, slowly. Take a moment to thank yourself here and gently press up to a good seat to close class. Engage the belly to support the spine. Reach up nice and tall through the crown. Unite the palms to prayer in front of the heart space. Big inhale, fill up with breath. Full exhale. Send the thumbs to the middle of the forehead. Gentle pressure here. Have a beautiful day, yogis. Until we meet again, namaste.